Well, Kaiser gives a fake and loops it down wide open. Is Procise on the sidelines, stays in bounds and scores.
One thing that really jumped out at me, beginning in the first quarter and throughout the game, is that your quarterback, making his first start on the road, displayed amazing poise.
Yeah, great poise, great pocket presence. You know, just has the it factor where he can go in there and has a real good sense of the offense and the surroundings, because it's a difficult place to play. He definitely added a coat of paint, if you will, to his development and did a very, very fine job.
I know you said leading into the game, I think everybody who follows Notre Dame expected your offensive line to play well. You were averaging 285 rushing yards a game, but you had trouble running the ball against Clemson. What did the video show?
Well, it showed man-to-man coverage and an extra safety down, which made the numbers unfair for us to really sustain anything in the running game. So it forced us to really go back to more of a passing game and pick our spots at running the football. We got to throw the ball a little bit more. Unfortunately, we had some drops and had a hard time holding on to the football at times, but our kids kept battling. We got ourselves back in the game.
Every game prior to this, your defense had forced a 3-and-out on the first possession of the opposition. Obviously, that didn't happen, but after those two drives, 48 yards on 17 plays the rest of the half, 207 yards and 10 points the rest of the game.
When you go on the road, your defense has to play well. They didn't get off to a good start, but after that poor first start, they played well enough for us to win the football game. And then offensively, finding ourselves with a freshman quarterback, not catching the ball the way we normally catch it, we still find ourselves in a position to win the game.
And you defer when you win the toss to the second half just for that, to allow for maybe some adjustment period in the first half so you get the ball to start the second half. And that's probably the toughest turnover of the game.
No question. I mean, to turn it over on consecutive plays, by the way, because we turn it over again on the first running play of our first series in the third quarter. Now our defense holds again. That was obviously the most difficult part of the third quarter, and our defense came up big for us, and then we were able to get some momentum going offensively.
Kaiser loops it for the end zone. Touchdown! Torrey Hunter Jr. with 7 seconds to play. The Irish are a 2-point conversion away from overtime.
So you're down 21-3 on the road early in the third quarter. It's pouring rain. Fans are screaming. And another really great comeback effort by your team, beginning with the 56-yard touchdown pass to C.J. Procise.
We had been working on this play where we fake it to CJ and he keeps going out of the backfield on a wheel route, and Deshaun threw a beautiful pass to him up the sideline. And again, that's what CJ can do for you. If you can't get it on the ground, he's going to get it in the air. We got him the football, and it was a big touchdown for us.
I've seen your 2-point conversion chart. A lot of effort goes into being prepared for these kinds of situations. So explain why in that situation you decided to go for 2.
Well, when you're down 12, the mathematics on it are to go for 2. Now, you don't necessarily have to go for 2. You don't know what the circumstances are later in the game. Obviously, if you have hindsight, you don't go for 2, but you don't know what the circumstances are. So the mathematics in that situation are to get it to a 10-point game. So you only need a touchdown and a field goal. So I don't chase the points, meaning I don't use the chart until the fourth quarter. So I rely on the chart in the fourth quarter. It says to go for 2. We went for 2, and unfortunately we didn't make a play. But that's something that's a pretty easy decision to make when we get to the fourth quarter.
Now, Clemson answers with a field goal, but you come back then with another touchdown drive. The big play was a big pass to Chris Brown.
We did a really good job of bringing a couple of receivers to set up a traffic jam for Chris. Chris was able to get through that jam, and Deshaun threw a great ball to him, and Chris was able to get a big game for us into Clemson territory.
And then Kaiser scores on a nice run.
Yeah, it was. It was actually the same play as our 2-point conversion, and did a nice job turning it up inside and finding the end zone and putting us in a really good position.
Again, what you've got to like about your team is they never stop battling, and you put together a terrific drive in the final minute to almost force it into overtime.
Yeah, we get the ball all the way down to the 3-yard line, and we turn it over, but our defense comes up big. I think we got about 1:05 left. CJ Procise out of the backfield, brings it all the way down, and then hit a great fade route to Torrey Hunter. And now we got to go for 2. We knew that they were going to play the pass, so they were in their what we call bracket coverage. So we had a great look to run the same play that we had run for a touchdown earlier. Got to give Clemson credit on the big key play that they needed to make. They were better on that play than we were.